Thank you so much, Lily. Lily actually covered the first part of what I was going to say. Thank you, Ruby. I just want to reiterate, if you see anybody with a HCDP name tag on, connect to them, talk to them. They can get you hooked up with volunteering. Right now, all we're doing is voter contact. Like Lily said, there's 6 days to early voting. There's 20 days to election day. We need your help. My team at HCDP is amazing, but we cannot do the work without you. So take an hour, 2, 3, whatever you can spare, and help us get the work done. It's the work, not the wave. Let me find an appropriate place to start. My name is Nisha Randall. I am the digital strategist for HCDP. And in addition to that, I am the vice president of Indivisible Houston and one of the founders of Houston Rising. And I am a resistance fighter. To me, a resistance fighter means showing up and standing up and fighting back against those people, and right now in particular, one person who's leading the charge against real American values. Values like honesty, accountability, and taking care of our communities and making sure that the most vulnerable among us are taken care of. And Michael Avenatti is one of those resistance fighters. And in Harris County, we're proud to have Michael to fight alongside of us. So I know most of you guys know who he is, but let me just give you a bit of his bio. Michael is a high-profile American attorney and commentator based in Los Angeles. He routinely appears on television and in print media as a commentator on a wide variety of issues, and is considered one of the foremost trial lawyers in the country, with tons of victories in multiple states and venues across the country. And he presently represents Stormy Daniels in her case against Michael Cohen and Donald Trump. And so, in the words of Michael Avenatti, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're taking back our country on November 6th. So please join me in giving Michael a big Texas and Harris County welcome, Michael Avenatti.
It is a sincere pleasure to be here in Harris County, Texas tonight, but let me first start off by apologizing to a number of you, because I know when you showed up tonight, you thought you were going to meet and hear from the very best attorney for Stormy Daniels, so I apologize that Rudy Giuliani could not make it here tonight. We tried to get him here, but he couldn't find his way to the airport. But it is a great pleasure to be back in Texas here tonight. Tonight I want to talk to you about what we are fighting for, and more importantly, how we fight for it. But before I get to that, I want to deal with the elephant, or shall I say the donkey, in the room here tonight. Some of you may be wondering, what is some porn lawyer doing here in Texas, here in Houston tonight, talking to us about our republic? So let me tell you what I'm doing here tonight in Houston. If these were normal times, I would be back in Los Angeles enjoying my life. But as we all know here tonight, these are anything but normal times. I was born to a modest family, and I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of people don't know this, but my mother, Marcine, was born on a cotton farm in Louders, Texas. Louders is just outside of Abilene, about 400 miles from here. She was born on that cotton farm. There was no midwife. Her grandmother helped her mother give birth. They had no electricity till she was 6, and she subsequently grew up in Dallas. My half-brother was born at Baylor Hospital in Dallas, Texas. So I don't know if that makes me a Texan or not, but it makes me a lot closer to being a Texan than some guy that was born with a gold toilet under his ass in Manhattan. So I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and at about age 12, my parents taught me the idea of working for $1 and the idea that you had to work if you wanted to have things in life. So I started working various jobs. I mowed lawns in the summer for our neighbors, and in the winter I shoveled their snow. I worked at a local grocery store. I worked various part-time jobs, and now is a pretty good time to tell you to come clean that I too have a birther issue. Now, I don't know if this is going to come out in the next couple years, but I want to come clean about it now. You see, when I was 15, I had a friend that was 16, and he went to work at McDonald's at the drive-thru, and I wanted to work at McDonald's as well, but you had to be 16 years of age. So I got a copy of my birth certificate, and I whited out the year, and I made myself a year older, and I submitted it to McDonald's, and lo and behold, they bought it. So I was ready to go to work at McDonald's, and my father came home the night before I was supposed to start work at McDonald's, and he called me into the room, and he said, "Your mother tells me that you're going to start working at McDonald's tomorrow." And I said, "Yeah, Dad, that's right." And he said, "Well, I thought you had to be 16 years of age." And I said, "No, they changed the rule, Dad. You only have to be 15. My dad basically called BS on that and said, "No, I know you have to be 16, so how'd you get the job?" I told him how I got the job, and I was terrified that A, he was going to make me quit the job, but B, more importantly, I was going to be grounded for 2 months. And I said, "So are you going to make me quit the job, Dad?" And he said, "No, I'm going to leave it up to you as to whether you're going to go to work tomorrow at McDonald's. But here's what I'm going to tell you, Michael. I've been working hard my whole life, and you need to understand that once you start working hard, you're never going to stop. So you can decide if it's going to be now or next year or some other year, but you need to understand that." And the next day I started working at the McDonald's drive-thru, and I've been working hard.